Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in again. Nigel here from Nigel's Modelling Bench with another kit review for you. And this time we're looking at the Dragon 144th scale Space Shuttle with cargo bay and satellite. You're probably thinking, why? Why is he to get this when I've already got the Revell one? Here's the Revell one coming along nicely. It's got part 5 going up very shortly. I've had some nightmares today getting all this primer. You can see the silver flecks in the paint. The airbrush was clogged up with Vallejo gunge. As we all know, if you mix Vallejo paints with anything other than their own thinners, it turns into cottage cheese. So the airbrush is currently soaking in acetone. The reason I got this was I saw a Phil Flory review and thought it looked quite nice. And I thought, I wonder if that's still available. So I looked and I found this company called Moj Hobby in Poland. And they're known as superhobby.com or superhobby.uk. You've got the dash in the middle. That's the price, £17.87 for this kit, which I thought was unbelievable compared to the Revell. You know, when we look at what a dog this kit is compared to how nice this kit looks. And it cost me $31.23, including postage and packaging. So you can go onto their website. They have all the different languages up on the top right hand corner. You've got all the different flags, and then when you select one of those flags, it will give you the prices in your own currency, and they actually show you live stock. It's a wonderful website. Not everything on there is cheap, but believe me, that price for this kit I believe is a bargain. And I mean, I think it came out about £27 or £26, so it's like, you know, it's probably less than a tenner postage. So yeah, all in $31.23. This kit's going for more than that alone, without postage elsewhere. So give these guys a look. They have a fantastic range of stuff for our hobby, and I think with prices like that and the delivery as well. I ordered this Friday. Today is Wednesday, and here it is. So and I'm in the UK, obviously. So these guys deserve a shout out. Fantastic customer service, fantastic communication. I had 3 emails, and then I had the tracking from DHL and everything. Unbelievable, really, really good. So thanks, guys. Anyway, praising over. So basically, it's a 144 scale Space Shuttle with the cargo bay. It looks like we only get Atlantis, so we'll have a look. So going around the box, we can see here we've got the images. We get a satellite with it as well, and you also get a load of gubbins in the cargo bay. Health and safety details there. Where it's made, 2015, and at the end of the box there with nothing much on there. And then here it got a little bit crushed in delivery, but I mean, it was well packaged and everything. It was in a cardboard box with paper around it, but yeah, the box was a little crushed, so they probably put some heavy weight on it at DHL, but the kit's absolutely fine. So we've got some, as usual with Dragon, we got the 3D imaging on the side here. Cargo bay doors can be assembled open or closed, so they obviously haven't got some toy-like hinges on them. Then we've got the satellite there. The cockpit is made from clear plastic, which you'll see in a minute, to show off the interior. I don't know what these arrows mean. Maybe that's showing you it comes off. I don't know. Maybe it slides on and off. And full cockpit interior detail visible inside. You see you've got all the under detail as well. So yeah, really, really good detail in there, especially for 144th. And then when we turn over the box, we've got a load more on the back, typical of Dragon, and you've got all these lovely images here of all the different details of the kit. So tail is accurate details, plus main engine, nozzles and orbital manoeuvring engines are represented. Undercarriage, great RCS assembly there, landing gear, elevons. And we've also got internal rib detail in the wings with transparent wings, which I'll show you in a minute. Lovely little kit from what I can see in the box. Certainly a lot nicer than the Revell, and a lot nicer than the 72nd scale kits as well, I think. But the only thing is, I don't know, is accuracy. Dragon aren't renowned for being the most accurate kits in the world, I believe. So I don't know. But let's have a look inside this box and see what we've got. So we've got 1, 2, 3 bags of white plastic there, and we've got our clear sprue here, which is all undamaged, lovely, nothing cracked, nothing broken. Sheet of decals here, it's nice, it's got tile decals for the top, nothing for the bottom. but you can buy many sets of tile decals in this scale. And then we've got our normal Dragon black and white instruction sheet, which opens out, and that's it. It's just the one page. So let's get these parts out of the bags and have a look at the instructions, and I'll bring you in a bit. Right, the instruction sheet is sort of tall, so I'm going to have to, rather than have you focus right out, I brought you in, I'll just have to move the sheet up and down so we can see what we're talking about. So we've got lovely photo on the front there from Jean Nakashima, or Jean Nakashima. So yeah, just basically showing what the kit is, and then here we've got a sprue layout, and we've got some parts here not used. So these are obviously parts. It looks like the mounting for the rocket, the fuel tank and rocket boosters. So we're not going to be using those bits. So we'll have some nice bits for the spare bin, or maybe even use them on a Revell kit perhaps. So yeah, basically sprue layout there, and it is all numbered. So going over into the manual, if we can call it a manual, it's a sheet. We've got some health and safety warnings here in all different languages, and then we've got our colour call-outs in Mr. Colour. So Mr. Colour and Mr. Aqueous. I'm never sure which is which. I think the white is the Aqueous and the black is the Mr. Colour, I think. I'm not sure. So here we go, straight into assembly. We've got the main fuselage and cargo bay going in there. Looks like a nicely detailed cargo bay in comparison to the Revell one. I've got the Revell one here, and as you can see, it's full of ejector pin marks and very simple. Mind you saying that, this is a very old kit, the Revell kit. So yeah, main assembly gone on there, and then we're going to glue that down onto the wings. And we've got clear wings going on here, and we've got our elevons there going on. And then we're certainly not hanging about. We're going straight into putting the undercarriage in and the undercarriage doors. So you've got the choice of having it open or closed. This one for me would be wheels down. Then we're going to build up our rear bulkhead with our engines and everything on. And then we've got some cockpit detail here, which looks very nice. So can't wait to see the parts. And then we've got our cargo bay load. Not sure what that is. I'm sure somebody in the comments will tell me, but it's obviously probably something to do with the space station. So we're going to put the cargo into our bay, and then we've got a robot arm going on there and putting the rear bulkhead on. Then we're adding the cargo doors. Now this is obviously if you want them closed, and there's nothing about having them open, so you just make your mind up there. You either glue them on closed or open. You may be able to place them on with magnets or something so you can remove them. I think that's what I would probably do. Looks like there's some nice detail in there, so perhaps glue the doors together so it's like one piece, and then a couple of magnets and have it coming off. You know how much I love my magnets lately. Then we're going to build up the fin and the rudder there. And then here we're going to go in, and this is the area underneath the cockpit. So I guess this is where they, because there's seven-man crew, I guess this is where they have their toilet and stuff. I don't know. I guess they have some sort of amenities in there. And then we're putting in the nose gear. You can have that open or closed. Adding the nose. Oh, I see, it's a separate nose assembly, and then we're going to add the nose onto the main fuselage, and it looks like that is pretty much that. And then we've got here the ultra complex satellite assembly there. So all in all, very simple, but very nice by the look of it. And then we've got our decal placement here. We've got lots and lots of stencil data and bits and pieces going on. And then we've got all our cargo bay open there. I didn't notice in here any colour call-outs. No, there's no colour call-outs in the instructions themselves. So you'll have to use external references for your cockpit colours and stuff. I think it's all just very light grey and black. I've got a cockpit coming actually for the 72nd scale. So I'll be doing a review of that very soon. So from Updraft Models, a fairly new company. So you'll like that when you see it. So there we go. That's the basic. That's the instructions. Let's have a look at the decals. No need for me to get them out of the bag unless we've got loads of reflections. But you can see nice decals. They look very, very crisp. I don't recall ever using Dragon decals, so I don't know what they're like. But we've got the tile decals here, which are very nice. And then United States markings there. And it looks like, yeah, it's a bit weird. On the box front, it's got Atlantis, and then the only option we get in the instructions in the decals is Discovery. So you can only build Discovery. So you need to check your references and check that all this is correct, because I believe the white tiling changed with time. So yeah, I'm no expert, but I'm learning. So yeah, there we go. So that's that not review over. That's that bit looked at. Now we'll get the bags open, look at some plastic. Starting off here with a clear sprue. And yeah, it's all very, very nice. It's got some very, very slight scratching on it, but it's nothing that wouldn't polish out easily with a stick. I tend not to like this clear stuff anyway, so I probably would just paint it as normal, as a normal Space Shuttle without any clear stuff showing through. But you know, for those who want to build a model with a bit of educational value to show what's inside and everything, then you've got that option. But then the only downside is the clear plastic is rather difficult to work with. It's often quite brittle. But yeah, it's certainly very nice. It's got some recessed detail there, which is nice. You get the detail on the Revell is very similar, but it's all raised. So yeah, it's all very nice. Now the nose, this is what sets these kits apart. We've got ejector pin marks on the inside. They're not, you can't even feel them on the outside, so they'll be invisible if you're going to paint your model. But if we compare this nose section here, you can see you've got all the RCS detail in there, all actually, you know, through holes. So if you're building this as a returning or an in-orbit shuttle, then it's going to look great. But if it's actually going to be on a launcher, they were kind of covered over. So I don't know really, if you're going to build this on a launcher, you'd be hiding that detail, I think. So yeah, as this clear part goes, it's going to be awesome, because you've got these windows which look correctly shaped, and also you've got the windows in the top there which look correct, which is so much better than what you're getting here with the Revell kit. So yeah, that's going to look absolutely superb as long as it fits well. So but then if it doesn't fit well, then you just get your Mr. Surfacer out. You know how much I love a Mr. Surfacer. But yeah, I'm really impressed with that. Lovely detail on there, and yeah, fine engraved lines as well, which is cool. It's going to look lovely under a coat of paint. So that's the clear sprue taken care of. The next sprue I come across is this is the main fuselage side. We've got some oil on here, so it's going to need a wash. These are the main fuselage sides here, and then we've got some cargo bay doors here. You've got the internal parts of the doors and the external. It's nice to see that we've got the actual partitions on there to show that it's 4 or 8 separate doors. The Revell kit, I've had to actually scribe that on myself. And we've got the robot arm there, which is nice. These interior panels here, the interior lining, they're nice. They've got no ejector pin marks on them. So yeah, I'm guessing, I don't know why they've got this rib detail in here and then you put them in. So I don't know what's going on there. But it actually looks as though they say, it looks like these actually clip into there so they can be closed individually. But it looks like you could actually just clip these onto the onto here. It's like they would just stay in place. You don't need to actually glue them. As I said earlier, maybe glue it together and then plonk it on. But some ejector pin marks in there, but obviously they don't matter, because as we saw in the instructions, the cargo bay will hide that. I'm just going to quickly look at the instructions again here. Yes, you've got these internal doors that go into there, but there's no, it's not telling you not to glue them or anything. Yeah, it's saying to be careful. I don't know. They do say with Dragon, the best aftermarket you can get is a new set of instructions. I mean, it's amazing when you look at how much is in this kit. That's just one instruction sheet. It's incredible. So yeah, very, very nice detailing, lovely fine lines. Compared to the Revell kit, it's winning hands down. And for £17.87, well, there's absolutely no competition. I've actually just had the Revell complete launcher arrive, and I suppose I could build this kit and replace that one, but it would be a shame to cover up all this lovely detail. So here we go. These are the insides of the cargo bay, which look very, very nice. Give them a paint and then a simple wash, they'll look really good. Front and rear bulkheads, including the windows there that look into the cockpit area. And then we've got our bay here. If someone could tell me what that is, I'd be interested. No, I don't know what that is. Looks like this is all part of the bay here, part of the load. There's some detail going on there, and this is another part of the bay. This is probably stuff for the space station, I'm guessing. I'm sure somebody on here can tell me. But it's lovely, lovely crisp moulding, no flash really, and no ejector pin marks in places that are going to matter. So that's all very nice. But you can see the detail on here. I can just zoom in on it. It's really, really nice. And once again, guys, white plastic. Why are all space models white plastic? Why don't they use grey? So another sprue here. That's the back of it. We've got. This looks like the detail around the little thrusters on the side. This is the part that goes behind here, I'm guessing. And here's our cockpit. We've actually even got console detail with switches and everything in there. I'll give you a close-up look in a minute. This is part of the detail that goes in the underside of the cockpit. So it's underneath the cockpit on the lower floor. There's our seats. And believe it or not, those seats have got harnesses on them by the look of it. Wow. Some tiny little control sticks there, it looks like. Is that control sticks? No. This aircraft can't have had control sticks. Where's the cockpit assembly? They've put control sticks in. I'm not sure that's correct. I'll have to check the references, but I'll show you there. They've actually got control sticks. I would have thought it would have had, you know, but then I suppose it is very old, isn't it? It was started in 1974, so yeah, maybe it's not the latest technology. But yeah, very, very nice. Bit of slide mould in there. You can see on those thrusters, beautiful detail on them. You've also got a hollow, whatever that is, that's hollow as well. I don't know why they've done that like that, but yeah, so if you're going to use the clear nose. And then we've got our exhausts there, which are also slide moulded, so all you're going to have is the one slight seam around the outside. If you compare those to the Revell ones, I mean, I think you'll see that one is slightly more accurate than the other. If you look at the real thing, the shape hasn't got the longitudinal ribbing on it or anything. This is a really nice kit. I'm really looking forward to building this. So yeah, let me show you the detail in that cockpit. You can see, if I can get it in the light, you'll see it's actually got, I can't get it because it's white, I can't get it to show you, but there we go. You can see it's actually got detail on the consoles there. So, and then there's the seats with, there's some detail on the back of them. I can't make out if it's harnesses or not. It certainly looks that way, but you're certainly going to see them when you look through the window. Anyway, even if you don't have the clear nose. Really, really nice. Lovely. And then we've got our last bag here with 2 sprues in it. So this is the main underside. Again, we've got some oil or something on here. So this is the underside, the nose underside and the main underside. And I don't know if you can see it in the light. We're picking up some sink marks there from this detail that's added in here, so more oil there as well. Look, so I think probably a heavy coat of primer, mask off the detail, heavy coat of primer, and then rub it all out. You'll get it nice and flat, because it needs to be dead smooth on the bottom like this one is. That's taken hours and hours and hours of work, that has. But yeah, it's this looks a lot nicer, and you've got the separate rudder there, which is nice, and you've got the separate flapper-ons there, which is also a nice touch. And again, you've got all that internal detail. I'm not sure if it's affected. Yes, it has affected. You've got sink marks all up the side of there, so and on there, but I think it probably looks quite authentic on some of the panelling. What's not so authentic is you've got this sort of curly-whirly here, which is where it's the plastics flow into the mould. That's what's giving you that. But you know, it's if it was a highly detailed surface full of rivets or something, it would be annoying, but as it's just a flat panel, it doesn't really matter at all. And you could say that it adds to the detail, but it should be dead flat. So I think I may invest in a set of decals for this. So yeah, really, really nice. Really, really chuffed with this. And you've got all that ribbing detail as well in the inside there, so if you are going to use that clear nose, then you've got that to go on it. And then there's the nose cone there, so you're not going to have a seam to deal with on there. And that's something interesting as well, because that shape looks more correct to me than the Revell. If we look at the two there, the Revell one looks too pointy. I think I'm going to have to flatten it off a bit. That's my decision made. So Of course, this is going to be the very early Enterprise, so it's got, that's why I've drilled a hole, it's got a probe on the nose. So yeah, lovely, very, very nice. And the final sprue looks like some detail parts and undercarriage and stuff. And this is our satellite. We've got our solar panels there, actual main satellite body, so that's all lovely. And then we've got some mountings here for something or other. I think these are the parts they say not used. So yeah, so when we look at this sprue here, we've got that mounting there, that mounting there. So it looks like these are parts for the mount on the rocket boosters. And then we've got that sprue there, none of it is used. So none of that there is used, I don't know what any of that is. So we've got some little bits and pieces for the spares box there. And then all of that is used. So yeah, so we can forget that when we don't need it, that one there, and we can forget that part and that part. But the undercarriage, as you can see, holes right through the main legs, which is nice. Nose leg looks lovely. I've got one side of mine is snapped off. It's just, you can see it's just been snapped off there, so I'll have to drill that and put a piece of brass in there or something. So that's, I mean, but the thing is, when you think it's made its way from Japan to Poland, from Poland to the UK, so it's not Japan, China, and yeah, so you know, little bits of that will get damaged. But yeah, I'm really, really chuffed with it. So there we go. So that is it, guys. That is the Dragon 144th scale Space Shuttle, and I haven't told you this yet, but it's kit number 11004. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give us a like. Lots of other reviews, and part 5 of this build will be up soon. Obviously things have slowed down because of paint, and obviously I've got the this monster over here as well. Which when you see part 10, I think it is, you'll see what a nightmare I've had with that. That has completely gone wrong in the painting stages. So yeah, watch out for part 10 of that and you'll see. But the main thing is those seams. If you remember, I did those seams in this work up here. They've come out absolutely lovely, really, really nice. So obviously this isn't finished paint, but you can see, yeah, there, under there, there's a seam. Really chuffed. Really, really chuffed with how that's come out, and glad that I've been able to show you guys. I've had a lot of comments actually from people that have seen that and how they're now going to use that, and it's such a great technique. If you haven't seen that, have a look at my Saturn V build and how I get those seams like that. So thanks for watching this. As I say, if you've liked this, give us a like, visit my Patreon channel, and well, that's it. I'll see you all later. Bye for now.